Hey everybody, today I'm going to make for you some delicious zucchini soup. And it might not sound that good, but it really is a very flavorful and wonderful soup. And you can make it as thick or stew-like or soup-like as you prefer. And it's got a lot of vegetables in it, and it's just a wonderful recipe. And I probably feel so strong about it because I love zucchini. So I'm gonna show you a few of the ingredients first. It's a sausage zucchini soup, and if you remember, I got several of these to have throughout the year because you can't get the Irish garlic sausage but during St. Patrick's time. So I'm going to cut the casings off, and I'm going to brown this up, crumble it and brown it. And while that is being crumbled and browned, I'm going to go ahead and cut up some celery, a green pepper, zucchini, and onion. And I'll have that all done when I come back, and the sausage will be crumbled and browned. So when we come back, we'll put it all together. And this is a slow cooker meal, so we'll get everything put in the slow cooker. I got all the vegetables but the zucchini cut up, so I'm going to go ahead and add those to the pan. And this meat has browned up all that it needs to. You can use any kind of sausage you want. If you want breakfast sausage or any kind of the hot or mild or Italian or whatever you want to use is just fine. So to this meat, I'm going to saute with it the celery, the green pepper, and don't cut it too small. It could even be a little bigger than that. And then the onion. Move your meat around and your food around in your pan so that your vegetables can get down close to the pan, and saute some. I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit. And then while that is sauteing, I'm going to go ahead and cut up the zucchini. And you should do this not too thin, about maybe ½ inch thick, because it's going to be in the slow cooker for about 5 hours. And you don't want it to disintegrate. So I'll turn that a little bit. This recipe has a Italian flair to it. And I really hope that y'all give this a try because it really is so good, especially if you like Italian. I think you would be very pleased with this. And so my crock pot is right here, this side where you can't see. I'm going to go ahead and be putting these zucchini in there as I get them cut up. And then there's a little trash thing beside that. I don't want you to think I'm throwing that in the pot. So you can put as many zucchini as you want. All I have is 4, or I would put more. I just really enjoy the taste of the zucchini. And this is our last one. It's really a simple recipe to put together. And if you wanted to make this, like if you work, you could cook your meat and saute your vegetables like I'm doing the night before, and then just take the crock out of your crock pot and set it in the refrigerator, and the next morning set it in the thing that gets hot, and go ahead and cook your food. So I lost the zucchini, but I'll pick that up in a little bit. So I believe that the meat and these vegetables is cooked enough. And I put that down there because I had washed the vegetables and they had water on them, and I put it there to catch the water. I'm going to cut this burner off. And have this out. I'm going to use this Knorr tomato-based broth to get more broth into the soup. So I'm going to try to put this over here because I feel like you're too far away. And I don't think that's going to work. That's as far down as the foam will go. Well, I guess I might have to go back to the way I had it. Okay. Getting this fun? Okay, I'm sorry, it's the best I can do for now. Anyway, take this mixture that's been cooking and put it all in your crock pot. And if I forget to tell you later, I'll tell you now. This cooks 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours on low. You could probably do it 3 hours on high. But go ahead and get all that put in. And there that is. Okay, Now, I'm going to stir this up a little bit. We don't want the zucchini all on the bottom. So just stir this up a little bit. I'm wondering if I could get some sort of clip and clip it on my hood here. Anyway, I'll not worry about it for right now. The seasonings you want to put are basil. That looks like a good tablespoon. I think maybe a little bit more because there's quite a bit. I'm putting 2 tablespoons of basil. I really enjoy basil. I'm going to put a big heaping tablespoon. It's very heaping tablespoon of oregano. And then it'll be a very heaping tablespoon of garlic. And I don't know, this is what happens when you set your container too close to the heat. But I don't think this granulated garlic, it's Member's Mark, I got it from Sam's. I don't think it has all that much flavor. That's why I really went full on with that. Then this is Splenda. I'm going to put about a tablespoon. You want this to help cut the acid in the tomatoes that I'm getting ready to add. So that is like a nice tablespoon, nice full tablespoon of Splenda. And then I'm going to add a can of tomato sauce and 2 cans of diced tomatoes, and these have the basil, garlic, and oregano in them, which it came from Aldi's, and that's the same spices that I already added. And I'm pouring it in the tomato sauce can to try to help get out the last of that tomato sauce in there. So we're going to add 2 cans of the diced tomatoes. And also I want to add some salt. So I'm going to put 2 nice big pinches of salt. And oh, that was not a good sound on your ears, I'm sure. This is not going to be real brothy, which I want it to have more broth. I know that the zucchini's going to make broth and the tomatoes will let out broth, but I'm going to add some of this with some water just to make sure it has a little bit of extra flavor. And I always cut my holes like that so that a bunch of it won't come spilling out. And I'm going to use this tomato can, and I'm going to put some there's one that's a little clumpy and it keeps getting in the way. Okay. So now I'm just going to put this whole can in there. And that has brought the broth up to almost over the top of the vegetables. So this is all that goes in it. I'm going to plug it in, get it going. let it go for about 5 hours. And then we're going to have some really good zucchini soup. I want to hold it up so maybe you can have a better look. So there it is. And we'll be back in just a little bit and give it a taste. The sausage and zucchini soup has finished cooking. It looks so good and smells so good. And it really has that Italian scent and all going for it, which I totally love Italian, as I said before. So I'd like to show it to you, and then we'll taste it and see what we think. So I'll bring you down. Here it is. I'm trying to not cast a shadow. I'll bring it up to the camera where you can see maybe a little better. And I will get a bowl of it. So here it is in the bowl. I wish you could smell it. It just smells so good. And I'll bring the camera up and we will give it a taste. And I'm trying to get a bite where I don't burn myself. Too hot. What little bit of taste I got when I tried to taste it that just then was very good. It is so hot. That is so, so good. I think I would tone down the salt just a little bit and maybe add just a touch more Splenda, because you can taste the acidic tomato pretty much. Otherwise, it is so good. So I appreciate you watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank y'all for being such a wonderful group of people. I enjoy y'all very much. So I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.